There we go. We was muted. How are we muted? Why are you gonna come in muted? That's dumb. As always, share the live, share the live. We're gonna be doing these picks. We're gonna be giving out these picks. Are the Vikings the best team in the NFC? Could be. We in the Matrix now. We are in the Matrix though, so that was the problem with these last couple of days, last couple of weeks. All right, start this countdown. We're gonna get to it. What's poppin'? It's your boy Geechee A. Smith coming to you live in the Matrix. Y'all see the glitz? Y'all see the glamour? It's going down in the Matrix. So what's up? So yeah, yesterday we did some tape on the trash truck juice Trevor. We realized he really is garbage. It's not just hyperbole. Hyperbole. It's not hyperbole. He is complete hot butter garbage. Unfortunately. But yeah, the Trevor, hot butter garbage. He's trash. We did tape on him. He doesn't like to throw right. He likes to advertise his passes. He misses people wide open. He misses dudes wide open. Trash truck choose driver. But this is not what y'all here for me to sing off key and talk bad about the Trevor. Y'all came here for y'all picks so y'all can make some money. That's what y'all came here for. We're not gonna pretend like you actually like me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm in the Matrix. I ain't got no friends. I just sit in the Matrix all day and just figure out the algorithms, see if it works. You know? What I mean? But if you're here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bull Geechee A. Smith. I'm better than Stephen A. Smith. That's why I'm Geechee A. Smith. Just a little bit of a hood twist to it. I look better than him too. We ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that though. We don't do all that. But it's your boy Geechee A. Smith. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. But as always, just in case y'all missed it yesterday, I'm gonna show some love. I'm gonna give y'all the fantasy starts too, and the sits, just because that's kind of part of the pick and whatnots, right? Um, let me grab my notes real quick. Bam. Whoop, there it is. So starting, we like Stefan Diggs. Stefan Diggs did his thing last week against a very good Vikings defense. I like him to do that again against a horrible Jaguars team. Jaguars, sorry, Jacksonville, the Trevors. So we like Stefan Diggs. I ain't gonna go into a whole bunch because I want to keep this show a little short because we got the WNBA playoffs coming on that night. Playoffs, playoffs. Talk about playoffs. Next up, we got the man Jaden Daniels. This man is getting better and better each week. Lets you know you got to play your quarterbacks in order for them to get better. He's getting better every week. However, I thought Jaden Daniels was going to be the better quarterback in this draft. If you were here yesterday, you would know that. If not, go back into the yesterday's live. You see that sign right there, Bear Image Media. You see that? Subscribe to that on YouTube. Bam, there it is. Bam. Subscribe to that on YouTube. And you'll be able to hear yesterday. We broke down tape on the Trevor, and we talked a little bit about how I think Jaden Daniels is the better quarterback in this draft. But I like him this week. They are going against a Cardinals team who are that not that good, especially on the pass defense. And last but not least, but we like the Bull Saquon Barkley PSU Penn State standout. Where's my Nittany Lions at? I'm from that area. Not that area, but I'm from Pennsylvania originally. Coatesville to be exact. Coatesville, Pennsylvania. But I like Saquon Barkley against that Bucks non-existent run defense currently. And Saquon's going to get his. He's as long as he's healthy. And then the Eagles, they just feature they're number three rushing team in the league right now, two rushing team in the league. They are every year. That's what they do. They have a real three down back now for the first time. I don't know. This is dangerous. But I like Saquon with the Eagles. I thought that was a very dangerous move, and I don't know how the Giants will let that happen. Bums. I've been watching y'all what's that called? Hard Knocks. Trash. I see why y'all a trash team. You're a trash organization. Your front office is trash. I'm watching the Hard Knocks. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all really get paid all this money to make these dumb behind decisions? Like I'm just listening to their thought process, and I'm like, you could tell these dudes never played football or stepped outside of their world at least once because the way they just talk about people is like it's just product. They don't care. It's a business. So that's why these organizations will always be poverty organizations. Giants, you poverty team. They've been good since Bill Parcells left. Nah, Tom Coughlin. I can't say Bill Parcells, but still, you know what I mean. But anyway, I like Saquon Barkley. Then my fantasy sits, who we like on the sits, who we don't like. We don't. We gonna sit Garrett Wilson down. We gotta have a seat. Siéntete, papi. Siéntete, papi. Cálmate, por favor. We don't like you against that Denver defense. It is necessarily the defensive back specifically, pass or tame. He's gonna lock you down a little bit. He's gonna lock you down. You're off to a slower start. Yeah, I mean, you had a good game last week. I knew you were gonna do well last week. That's why I didn't tell you to sit down last week. But this week we tell you to sit down. We told you to sit down the first week, and we were right, and then we're gonna tell you to sit down again. Um, why not? And Bijan Robinson, we're gonna have you have a seat. Do you even play fantasy football? You want? All right, I got you. I got you. We gonna. I'm gonna get you some picks. Hold on. Off. I got you. I got you, sisterly. I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. We gonna add another screen. We gonna. I got you. There he is, right there. He looked like he should sit. Look at him. He usually do well in fantasy, but he sit. Look at him. Oh, happy to be here, head. He- He's gotta sit. He's gotta sit. We sit him. That's who he is. This is for fantasy football. I got another. I got a. Hold on. Let me present my other screen. When we get to the actual picks, see, I had this all set up for yesterday. I'm just running through these real quick for those that wasn't here yesterday. That's all. That's all that is. This is what they really here for. Is the picks. That's what I'm presenting. But I'm gonna hold off on that. Then we're gonna sit Tyreek Hill. I don't know what's going on with that team right now. Well, until Tua comes back, ironically, it's. I mean, Tua's not even that good of a quarterback, but at least he operates well within the system. He's a system quarterback. Skylar Thompson is hot butter garbage. Um, So until they get a real quarterback or Skyler gets a little bit more time in that system, we're gonna have a seat there, Tyreek Hill. And I like how the was it the Titans? Sorry. Yeah, the Titans were they're 10th in yards allowed. Um they give up a lot of I mean, no, they're third in touchdowns or something like that. I have to look on those notes. I gave all that out yesterday. You have to look back at the live. I don't have those notes for that, but there was a reason. Just trust the process. I haven't been wrong yet. I'm perfect. 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 All right. Now to the weekly picks. This is what y'all really here for. Now I'm gonna bring my co-host in. The Bleacher Report. I rocks with the Bleacher Report just because of the formatting specifically. It has nothing to do with anything else. Um, Also, September 29th, that's my niece's birthday. If y'all don't say happy birthday to my niece, I might pull up to y'all. I can get y'all IP addresses, um, pull up and handle y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm Geechee A. Smith. I'm not Stephen A. Smith. I'm not professional. I am from the hood. I will pull up if y'all don't tell my niece happy birthday. All right? Just an FYI. First and foremost, we got who's that Thursday game? Let me scroll up a little bit. There we go. I was off. We got the Cowboys and the Giants. Thursday night football, short week. Hmm. The Giants won against the Browns. I'm not surprised. It's the Browns. I mean, we're not going to pretend like the Browns are good. We're not going to pretend like the Giants are good. Right now, we're not even going to pretend like the Cowboys are good. So this could be one of two hot butter garbage games of the week. But I'm not going to disrespect the Cowboys fans out there. Actually, I am going to disrespect y'all. Um, because I like disrespecting y'all as a 49ers fan. And it's my show and I can do whatever I want. Nana the boo boo, specifically. Nah, I'm joking. But it, it's still the Giants. I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on it. I get it. They're both 1-2. They're off with a slow start. I always tell you, I don't panic. It's only week 4. Like we basically extended preseason because a lot of these teams don't even start their starters in the preseason anymore like back in the day. I remember back in the day, people played in the preseason, whether it was a series, a half, a quarter, you played in the preseason because that's like real time practice. That's like scrimmages. That's how you going to know if your stuff really works in real time. Practice, it'll never be, is never going to be the same with practice. Practice? You talking about practice? Yeah, no, it'll never be the same with practice. You because it's your teammate. You ain't gonna really try to kill him like that. I mean, you're gonna hurt him, yeah, if you slip him, but you ain't gonna try to kill him like that. Um, and coaches are gonna call things certain ways, and then they're always gonna have the upper hand as a defense because they're gonna know things. They're gonna know your plays. They're gonna know your tendencies a little bit more than other teams. So it's a little bit different. So a lot of teams don't do a lot of preseason. So your first 2 games are basically extended preseasons. You also can see who's really doing what. For instance, 49ers, Ronnie Bell, if he starts again, Kyle Shanahan needs to be fired. Like, I don't understand how Ronnie Bell is starting over Jacob Cowing when Cowing was doing well in preseason training camp practice. I don't get it. He said he's not ready. What is he not ready to do? Drop a pass like Ronnie Bell does? He's not ready to fumble like Ronnie. What? A rookie can fumble and drop passes. What is the difference? Like at least he has big play capabilities, and really can open up some stuff underneath because the middle of the field is clogged up right now. And Brock Purdy is playing lights out because of that. His offensive line is hot butter garbage. Nobody separating but Ayuk. Um, but unfortunately, he's not being looked at. But we ain't going. I digress. We like the Cowboys. We like the Cowboys with that 6 specifically. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. All right, next up we got the Bengals and the Panthers. I told y'all Bryce was who? What? Hot butter garbage. Bryce Young is trash. Chandy Dalton comes in, wins the game for the Panthers. Offense doesn't even look the same. Andy Dalton was a solid quarterback anyway. Ironically, he's going against his old team. He is going to have a chip on his shoulder. Y'all better watch out there in Carolina. What? Take his shirt off? Twirl in the air like a helicopter? I'm not going to do all that. I'm not from North Carolina. I know some people down there. My oldest son is down there. Sharon Bradley. My oldest son, he's like 70 something years old. He's my oldest boy. Shout out to you, son. I like that stadium though. I like the blue down there. I've been down to the Panthers Stadium. When the 49ers played. It was hot. It was super hot. Not as hot as the garbage that Bryce Young is, but it was hot. Um, Bengals. I don't know what's up with the Bengals. They always are off to a slow start. Um, what a game to get back to it is against the Panthers. I get it. Chandy Dalton's going to do a little bit more, and he's going against his old team. But I like the Bengals to bounce back, but bounce back. Juvenile voice. Next up, we got the Broncos and the Jets. Broncos squeaked out the win last week. Bo Nix doing his thing. I just don't think the Bucks are that good. I think it was just a lot of pre-hype um, in the beginning for them as far as the Lions game. I think once again it's extended preseason. Um, Broncos do always have a solid defense, specifically the pass defense, and the Bucks are a passing team. So Jets are also a passing team. So you got to be careful with that. However, the person that they are passing with will be Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is a little bit different than Baker Mayfield. Just a little bit different than Baker Mayfield. Just a little bit different than Baker Mayfield. So with that said, that's 7.5 is atrocious, but I do like the Jets to win. I just don't like them to win by 8 points. Makes sense? It's all right. It's all right. All right. On to the next one. We got the Eagles and the Bucks. So I got any of the Philadelphia people coming down to the Tampa game? Pull up. I'm not going, but just pull up. I'll wave at you as you drive by my house potentially. Be careful though, because we got Hurricane Helen. I don't know how to say it. Helene coming through here. It's not coming through here, but it's gonna be wet. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be wet. We ain't getting none of the hurricane force winds or anything like that, but it might shut down some flights. I know the airport's closed tomorrow specifically. Um, but it might be fine by Sunday. If you just fly Friday, Saturday, it should be fine. Just I would stay away from here until probably Saturday, to be honest with you. If you're gonna fly in Saturday or Sunday, if you're just coming for the game. But if you're coming for the game, um, tap in, like, comment, let me know if you're going to the game. I could recommend some food spots to eat because not all things are built the same in Florida. If you know, you know. But I don't know. That too is a little bit disrespectful. I think the Eagles might be running away with this game. I like the Eagles all the way against the Bucks. I know the Bucks won last year, but this Eagles team is a little bit different because Jalen Hurts isn't required to do a lot of running now. He has a real running back, a 3-down back. So I like the Eagles. Next set of groupie games. Oh, sucky now. Y'all want a Mazda? You know what I'm saying? Head on down to West Shore Mazda and get you a bland behind car. Next up, we got the Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Trevors. Yeah, remember we did the tape Tuesday, and we did the Trevor's tape. Trevor Lawrence, the most coddled, the most excuse made for number one pick in the history of the world. He's not good. I don't get it. I don't get. He's not good. Why do people think he's good? He's not. He's horrible. He was missing dudes wide open. Like, yeah, I'm just. It's, somebody said on Twitter he the first dude. He the first guy in the NFL to throw it to a dead man. That's not funny, but it's hilarious. That he the only one to ever throw it to somebody that was dead before. That's crazy. That Trevor is that trash. That's come on. You got you got to do better, my guy. Um, whatever. I'm not a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, nor do I own a team, nor do I live in Jacksonville. So I don't have to deal with it. You guys have to deal with it. You know what else you got to deal with? CJ Stroud getting his get back on y'all. CJ Stroud coming to town pissed, and highly upset, and unreasonable. He gonna light the Jaguars up. Hey, in Houston too, he finna go off on y'all. He looked a little bit uncomfortable these first couple of games. That's just the first few weeks jitters getting you. If it's different, practice is different from the actual game. You know, it takes a couple weeks to really get in your groove for those that play football. You know what I mean? Some of these teams have been together longer and jailed longer, and and have a little bit more chemistry longer. That's why a lot of teams like to bring back, the original teams because it's different when you're actually playing the game versus practicing. Like, you know what I mean? So this is, they'll be alright. I still like them in that division. And I still like them against the Trevors. Next up, we got the Rams and the Bears. I don't know why did that move. They disrespecting the Rams, and they are. I don't know. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this, but I want to fix this one because earlier, like about an hour ago, it was at 2.5. I'm gonna just put it up there just because it doesn't really matter because that's why I like them. So I'm gonna just keep it the same. I like the Rams, period. Especially if you're giving them 3 points now. Are you spitting me? They're going to mollywop the Bears. I don't know. Am I? I don't know. Y'all better jump on this. Hurry up. Hurry up before it's too late. Before they realize that they've been giving us few a week, and this is another one of them. Another one um that y'all should have and jump on. Another one you should jump on. I'm just jump right into it. The Saints. What? The Falcons? What? The Falcons? Why are the Falcons favored? Because they're in Atlanta? I like the Atlanta Stadium. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons Stadium. Still, it has the cheapest concessions in any stadium in the United States, and it's a nice stadium. It's just Atlanta's traffic is trash. Hot butter garbage. There's a whole bunch of construction happening around there. I do like the parking for the stadium though. Right there, very convenient. So far, the best parking as far as for stadium that I've experienced outside of Tampa, if you know how to maneuver. I know how to maneuver a city, so that's me. That's why. That's just a little bit of bias. Um, but the worst so far has been the Panthers. That commute to the stadium and parking was horrible. They just didn't have a lot that was close, so I would advise get there early, or you're gonna pay a lot of money. Um, and that it's congested down there. It was very congested moving around. I was almost late to the game trying to maneuver around because you don't know the cities very well, so you just you follow your GPS. I ain't from Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? But Falcons, I don't understand why they are giving them. I don't know that they're favorite, but I like the Saints to win straight up. So we're gonna go with the Saints. Next up, we got the Steelers versus the Colts. I like what the Steelers doing. Y'all gonna put some respect on Mike Tomlin's name. Put some respect on his name. He got this team with Justin Fields, 3-0. Justin Fields, the one y'all written off in Chicago, and Caleb Williams is having the same problems that that Justin Fields was having. You need an offensive line. I don't care who you are. You could be Tom Brady. You could be Joe Montana. You have offensive line blocking for you. What's the point? Yeah, Caleb is trying to do some magnificent stuff, things, and all that, but it's not going to work. You need offensive line. You need some milk. You got to protect your investment. And I'm digging what Justin Fields is doing. He's not doing a lot. And that's all you need. Just don't mess up. Let the defense do what they do. Don't turn the ball over on offense. That's good old fashioned football. That's it. We don't need you to be Joe Montana. Just don't turn the ball over and make some plays when you need to make some plays. I like what the Steelers doing. I don't like what Anthony Richardson's doing at all on the football field. I didn't like what he was doing in Florida. Like I people just they'll see their combine stuff. They'll see people throwing shorts in a t-shirt and like, oh yeah, he's gonna be great. It's not the same. Like the combine is damn near pointless. Damn near pointless. You have actual film in college, like the college games that they play, and then you have the senior bowls and things like that. As far as those type of things, as far as like 40 speeds and all this other stuff, I think it's pointless unless you're gonna put them in pads. Do that stuff in pads. I've been advocating for that people should be doing the combine in pads if you want to actually test on how people pass, catch, etc. Why aren't they doing it in pads? Because that's where they're going to be doing it in pads. I can catch whatever outside of pads. It's different when I got a visor in front of me and 60 pounds of equipment on my back. But what do I know? I'm just a content creator who creates content. I like the Steelers to create a win against these Colts. That's what I like. Next up, let me move this down a little so you can see a little bit more because this is intriguing. I'm intrigued by this team. The Vikings. They're disrespecting the Vikings. They got the Packers favored. Jordan Love's not healthy. I don't get it. The Vikings might be the best team in the NFC. Not just because they're 3-0, but they are. Let's go to the notes. We ain't just gonna go off the cuff. Let's go off the notes. This is why. They're second in points allowed. Number two defense, basically, right? Their offense isn't the greatest, but they're putting up points. So they're not creating a lot of yards, but they're putting up third. They're third in points. So basically, number three offense, number two defense. They look like the 49ers should be looking like, if you think about it. So how are they 12th and 6th? Well, they're 12th in total yards, 16th in pass, 13th in rush. That lends me to believe there it goes 6 in turnover differential. They are creating turnovers. That defense is doing its thing. That's what it is. Defense, and then their offense is not giving the ball away. Sam the Darnold isn't giving the ball away. Sam the Darnold is like the number one rated quarterback right now. Him and like Derek Carr, I think it is. Crazy to think about. This is a different NFL. You know why? Because coaching matters. Coaching matters. You'll hear me say it on Facebook. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I say it on Twitter slash X, whatever you want to call it. Um, it's just a war of attrition. These guys don't really know how to coach. They just take Like Kyle Shanahan, for instance, he has 10 All Pros and still can't do anything with it. And then somebody with a team with 0 All Pros will win a Super Bowl or something like this. Coach, who cares about stats? It don't matter. Win the game. Coaching matters. Situational football. Kyle Shanahan is not good at situational football. Andy Reid is great at situational football. Coaching matters. Coaching absolutely matters. I think the Vikings are the best team in the NFC currently right now. Now that might be an overreaction because it's week 3. Talk to me again in week 8, week 9. That's when I really make a decision on who's the best, my Super Bowl picks, division winners, and stuff like that. But right now they look like the best team. They're putting out the best product, and because of that, I understand why the Packers are favored. I like the Vikings. I don't care if they're in Green Bay; doesn't matter. They can be in Tampa Bay. I still like the Vikings. Next up, my pick for fantasy start, my man Jaden Daniels against the Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Um, battle of basically the dual threat QBs. Kyler Murray being the OG, but he's a small OG, so he's little OG, lowercase OG, versus Jaden Daniels, rookie. I like what he's doing so far. He's getting better each game. Cardinals defense is trash. Um, I think I think Dan Quinn's a better coach than what's his name over there at the Cardinals, ex coordinator of the Eagles, Steichen. Stitchen, no, Stitchen's over there at the Colts, I think. Ex coach of the Eagles. You know which one I'm talking about. The defensive coordinator guy who was trash. Um, Cardinals defense is trash. Cardinals gonna put up some nice offensive points, but I like Dan Quinn defensive wise against that. I think that's gonna be a better matchup. I think the Cardinal. I mean, I think the Commanders are actually going to win. So of course I like those points. Pick them. Pick them. Take it. Take it. All right, next up we got the Patriots versus the 49ers. 10 points is crazy. Um Before we started playing football this year, I would have been like, yeah, of course we'll blow the Patriots out by 10 points on paper before entering the season, before I actually start seeing the product. Now I'm like, 10 points? I guess a Bill Belichick disciple? That might be crazy. That might be a little, I don't know. I don't know. So I would, at your own risk, I will bet at your own risk because that is so crazy that yeah I'm we're gonna go I'm still go with the Niners. It's a homer pick. That might be a homer pick. I don't just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. I would stay away from it. That might be a homer pick. Next up, we got the Browns and the Raiders. Once again, these teams are basically the same or similar. They're very, very similar teams. They do very, I don't know. It's just hard to read them. But I do like the Browns defense a little bit better than the Raiders. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. This isn't the other hot butter garbage game of the week. So I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one. I'm gonna go with the Browns. Yeah, I'm just go with the Browns. Last 4 games. Last 4 games. Hanging in there. We're almost there. I'm gonna get y'all to the play. I'm gonna get y'all to the playoffs. Playoffs. WNBA. I know they started already. I know I'm rambling. Come on, let's go. Let's get it. Next up, we got the Chargers and the Chiefs. Um, Jim Harbaugh always seems to do well against Chandy Reed. Jim Harbaugh always seems to do well against Chandy Reed. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win, but he always seems to do well against Chandy Reed, and it's a divisional team, so that 7.5 might be crazy. Um, that 7.5 is crazy. I'm gonna go Chargers 7.5, but I think the Chiefs are gonna win. If he's picking a team to win, go with the Chiefs. But that 7.5 is crazy. I don't. I me no likey. Me no likey. We got the Bills and the Ravens. They disrespecting the Bills a lot on this one by having the Ravens the favorite. I get it, they're home. Josh Allen is balling, balling, balling right now, though. That team is doing a lot. He has a real running back. Um, Wide receivers that are bought in. The team is playing very well. The defense is okay. They did better. It's because Trevor Lawrence doesn't know how to play football. Um, Ravens are a different beast. Lamar Jackson's a different beast. Um, Remember what Derrick Henry did to the last Buffalo Bill? He did. I know he's not there, Josh Norman, but you know I still like that Ravens run game. However, I think Bills are going to win this game. I actually like the Bills on this one. I think the Bills are going to win a close one. They're going to win though, so that means +2. Next up, this is basically a pick 'em. Just because I said earlier, sit Tyreek Hill. Um, but I like what the Titans do from a scheme wise on the defense, so it might work against the Dolphins without Tua and the fastness of him being able to play within that system. So just for a coin toss, I would stay away from it personally. But if you want me to, if you got to put a gun in my head and say, "Oh, you got to pick one," give me the Titans. Pause. Last but not least, we got the Lions and the Seahawks. Seahawks are what, number 3 or 4 defense in the league right now. Um, Lions. Pardon me, Lions. I'm not sure what they're doing week to week. Let's go into these notes. Yeah, Seahawks about fourth in defense, about ninth in offense. It's not bad. Lions 16th in offense, ninth in defense. Eh, They don't. I mean, they put up a bunch of yards. They're just not scoring. Um, Only thing about the Seahawks, they're 21st in the turnover differential. So, oh, that's high for 21st with the bum behind Lions. Seahawks don't allow a lot of yards. Um, that Ravens defense coordinator bring that Ravens defense over. They're doing very well, and that's how they're winning the games. But they're gonna have to clean up those turnovers if they want to win any more games. However, the Lions are turning over at just the same amount, if not a worse clip. Um, I actually am going with the Seahawks in the close one to close that out. All right. So if you came late, let's run through them real quick, and then we want to get up out of here. So let me get y'all to y'all game. All right. So we like the Cowboys over the Giants. We like the Bengals to bounce back against the Chandy Dalton and the Panthers. We like the Broncos to shut down Garrett Wilson a little bit, but just going to squeak it out and win. I think Saquon Barkley and the Eagles are going to do their thing against the Bucks. CJ Stroud bounce back against the Trevors. The Rams, tired of being disrespected, they're going to mollywop the Bears. The Saints are going to do the same to the Falcons because they don't understand why they're the underdog. The Steelers are going to handle the Colts. Um, that 1.5 might be insulting, and I think they're going to do their thing. The Vikings are just as insulted because they're not favored against Jordan Loveless. Packers, no love loss, but a loveless. So we're gonna go with the Vikings. I like Jaden Daniels doing his thing. He is a better version of Kyler Murray. He's Kyler Murray if Kyler Murray was 6'4" or 6'2.5", wherever Jaden Daniels is. I forget how tall he is. Doesn't matter. I like them to win. Period. Point blank. 49ers, they better do their thing. If they lose to the Patriots, Kyle Shanahan may be losing his job. That is not what I'm hearing. That is just something that needs to happen specifically. The Browns, just because it's the Raiders, and it's hard to bet on the Raiders because they be Raidering. Jim Harbaugh always does well against Chandy Reed, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to win. I just think the Chiefs are not going to beat them by 8 points. The Bills are done being disrespected by the Ravens. I don't care if they're in Baltimore or not. This might be the Bills come out year that they might challenge for that throne. That's why I said challenge. They're not going to win. They're going to challenge for the throne next year. Um, Tua's not back, so they're going to lose Tua the Titans. And then the Seahawks, I like them over the Lions. Just this game. They might not be a better team, but they are a better team currently this week. All right. I am your guy, Geechee A. Smith. And as always, until next time, take care of each other. And as the wise words of the great philosopher Bob Barker, have your pets spay